So you had 1, 2, 3 mics?
Actually, stereo mic, 1, 2, 4. That's just stereo mic. So it's fun to get it going, and then feel so good live. I've had so many recordings myself, with the applications and compositions and stuff. I really enjoy that. There's really nothing like a live groove.
Because you never know exactly what will happen.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Did you ever do any shamanistic training?
Not officially. I do shaman in Caribbean. I lived in Coconut Grove. It was like Haiti wizards from all over that. Plus, in my band that I had, it was a very esoteric band, incredible musicians. And, the keyboard player was big, and Mr. Brown. He was also a jazz musician. He kind of the Harlem Juggler. He was about 30. And then grew up playing with a lot of great jazz musicians. In New York. And just, he was without a doubt the greatest jazz I've ever heard. And he was right up there with Bill Evans. And he could play. And his compositions were just amazing. And then the saxophone player was the guy that's with Hall & Oates now, but he's a genius too. So he was on all the winds, flute and tenor and alto and soprano. But Christian, the keyboard player, was also like this metaphysical guru kind of guy. Back before it was like really fashionable, just when it was becoming, an issue in evolving culture.
Yeah, I watched a lot of that.
Yeah, right. So there, up to him, there was no vocabulary in our culture for the shamanistic. There was Alan Watts, and Far East stuff, but Christian would go to these metaphysical New Age seminars, workshops. Hi, come on in. And we do this every Sunday afternoon. Yeah, it's an open invite. Anybody who wants to hit. It's fun. So I learned a lot from Christian. And that's where this understanding of how a groove carries, healing energy, metaphysical energy. So it was always from the perspective, not always, but from a musician's point of view. If it works from that point of view, then I can learn how to use it. So then when I left the Caribbean in Miami, Coconut Grove, I went up to Marin County and lived up there for a while. Sure. Have a nice weekend. And there was a whole lot. I was in Mill Valley. Well, I was living on a houseboat. Yeah. Offshore on the hook. Nice boat. It was like an floating ashram, really. They had a few of those up there. No, it was a landing craft from World War II. Yeah, and it was completely tricked out, with all that redwood, found wood up around Marin and all those, latticed windows and a flat roof and a big king-size bed in the bow and picture window. So I mean, it's not tall. I mean, you had to, but I would wake up every morning, looking out Mount Tamalpais with all the fog coming down, rolling down, up and around, surrounding the Golden Gate Bridge, And at that time, there was a lot of new age philosophers and shamans like working out in Mill Valley. So I kind of found myself, meeting a lot of those people. And there was everything from Reiki, because Reiki was starting then. This was in like 72. 71, 72. So,
that's about when I got involved with the whole age.
Yeah. It wasn't called. Yeah. So it was. It hadn't become codified into the New Age yet. It was just a lot of really interesting information and perspectives. So I had an American Indian teacher up in San Jose. When I lived up in, I left rock and roll, and I went back to art school up in San Jose State. And I was in the fine art department there, and I was focusing on performance art and painting and everything else. But that era again was the beginning of performance art. And so I was in San Francisco and San Jose State, Santa Cruz.
Did you run across Gabrielle Roth?
Oh yeah. And all of her rhythmic concepts, they really resonate with me. I mean, I'm a little more musically defined, but her energy concepts of the different kinds of rhythms and how the body responds, I love that stuff.
I have a friend who lives in Frankfurt, Germany,
But the shaman experience from a drummer's point of view really had to be created from thin air in this culture.
Yeah, a lot of it was imported from the States over there.
Yeah.
In fact, I have a number of friends who made a great living that way.
Over there teaching.
There.
Yeah.
A friend of mine was a guy named Otto Richter.
Yeah. No, I mean, I know the name and I know the work.
Yeah, he does
Yeah.
workshops all over.
I mean, I think we've actually communicated,
Oh, really?
email or something, because it was like,
At his wedding that Alexa and I met.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, there was other groups I was like, witnessing. Like there was the witches. Yeah. And you'd be surprised at the kind of people involved in that. Yeah. I was in Miami, and I was introduced to these people because my band had a great deal of psychic energy. on stage. People picked up on our, the mojo. Because Christian was a heavy-duty guy. He was like, he just radiated that heaviness, And no, the rest of the band were no slouches, But all along the way from an early childhood, I was very psychic and very empathetic and real sensitive, but also knew about the soul travel, the remote viewing, astral projection. And so I studied the Eckankar organization.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Science of soul travel back in the 60s. So I was onto it, early on, and I was always seeking it out. And there's some good books too. The Reluctant Shaman's a good book. And when I came into this, I did not want to be a drum shaman. I wanted to be like a drum teacher. And being in LA, in the entertainment business, you can see where that goes. And so I wanted to avoid that until recently. Until recently, I said, okay, you want to do the drum shaman thing? Let's do it. Because I was seeing a lot of people using the drum, and from my point of view, it was inappropriate. It wasn't working. Come on in here, Gail. Come on over here.
Sounding good.
Yeah.
Love it.
So what I was seeing was like the rhythms weren't appropriate for the creation of the energy field that they were intent on trying to create, and it was like, this is science, okay? We don't have words for it, but it's science. And if we were to go someplace else, like Cuba or Amazon, the experts would explain to us in no uncertain terms how to do this. How to put it there at that tempo, that group, hold it there for 3 hours, and then watch what happens. It's like, and energy portals open up, and people get healed, and stuff changes. People change shapes. It becomes extremely multi-dimensional, which is what this store has been described as by people. It's multi-dimensional gift store. Hey, girl.
Hi. I'm Chris.
Oh, I thought you guys met.
I don't think so.
I guess not. Well, were you both here when we did that taping for the Alexa Airy camera? When we had the film crew? Yeah, you were both.
That's true. What we have then? That's right.
So you get it next door, huh? You getting their health juice next door?
We do.
Oh, because it didn't look local.
No, it's not.
Good.
We do live with local.
Yeah. You want to stand? Well, we've been streaming, live on YouTube. Our show has been consistently improving the sound and everything. So I'm still on about, Peter was asking about, did I have my shamanic training? What kind of shamanic training? Did I have any formal? You had some wonderful.
Also on the inside like you.
You've had some good teachers.
Wow, Lord, yes. Mostly out of body. Very specific.
The what?
Very specific.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm blogging about these days. It's called The History of the Groove. And it's about all these stories about me learning about rhythm from an early age and then how it eventually led to this therapy, healing, energy work using the group. And also tracing how these groups came to us in this cultural mix from different parts of the world. And blending and simplifying, getting cooked down to the essence of what I think are the first world groups that come from our culture, this cultural mix. It's rock and roll, it's rhythm and blues, jazz. It's a little bit of everybody is in those forms of music. Meaning that the survival groups, the sacred groups and the survival groups, which are the same, they're hidden in those simple rhythms. And we've been, ritualizing in our lives to those groups. But when the drum machine came into existence, it changed everything. Because the drum machine is unforgiving. And real human grooves are very... What's that? It feels... I've discovered there's a lot of rhythmic dysfunction in new music, using digital music. And it's because they chop up the signal. And our system is trying to make sense of all those little segments because we're rhythmically oriented. We have to clock everything. Yeah. So it's too fast. It's frantic. It's a bit much. So that's what this is soothing for a lot of people. Just to come back to these old school grooves. And this is like doo-wop grooves. This is old blues. This is old folk music. Anywhere in the world. So when our system feels that, there's channels of energy that open up. They bloom. And I used to call them groove sensors because I'd see it in people. And then, the more I did some yoga research, the Hindus call it the Nadi system, N-A-D-I. And it's a whole system of channels all over the body that conduct cosmic energy. And when we go into a meditative state, those channels open up. And they receive, the higher levels of energy, higher vibration. And if we have a clogged, congested Nadi system, then that cosmic energy that comes into us needs to clean that out. So that rush of white light is just one manifestation of this process of cleaning out. What I saw was that the drum, when you play it like this, is a psychic Drano. It just cleans out the channels. Pretty quick. Because I can see it in people. They light up. You do this for a few minutes, pretty much. Plus, this is my favorite rhythm. This is that 6-beat rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is. I've heard it. What is it?
It's Neil Young's thing about you can hook up this little thing to music that's been recorded and digitized as long as it was originally recorded non-digitally, and it adds back in what was taken out. It reminded me of, we saw him not long ago, and he had one there, and it was pretty.
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
You made a difference?
It was fabulous. They did like a Bob Dylan song. it was like recorded digitally, but they added the Pono with it, which is this little thing that you connect to it now, and it brought back all
Becomes
the little
acoustic.
stuff.
Oh, if it was recorded originally analog.
Yeah, but
That's
yeah,
great.
Yeah. So
Huh.
anyway, it reminded me.
Yeah, well, we're dealing with a nutritional depletion, a rhythmic nutrition has been denied us through the growing control of the drum machine concept. So our body rhythmically orients all the time to the world, reality. Is it a safe world? Is it a dangerous world? And it's based on tempo. So, and that's ancient. That goes, this is all like proto-science at this point. I mean, you're going to have people that verify it and other people that debunk it, but the suspicion is that we're hardwired on our sensing of rhythm in the environment. It goes so far back. When Venus is there, that means, okay, that's the downbeat. We best get everything together, for the rest of the. So it's like those tempos were slow. Now the tempos are so fast that ancient mechanism is going off all the time. Alarm, you're not in sync, you're not in sync, you're not in sync. Because it's a survival, basic survival thing. When that's there, man, you get on the groove. So the alarm's going off all the time, especially if they're like on the earbuds and on the computer. It's like just going off. So it creates illness and anger and a lot of resentment and entitlement because they got to have it now. And it's like on. And I'm doing this with these people. And, I come in and the young ones, they run. But then, after a couple of weeks of withdrawal, they'll come back. They'll try it. I don't envy them at all. It's tough. That's a tough job. I was around some shamans inadvertently. Yeah, guilt by association. I was touring back in the mid-'70s, and I quit for a while. And I quit up at Stanford. My girlfriend was up there. And it was the end of the tour. We just come back from Europe, and I was burned out. And I was just, it was gigging all over the place. And it was with Tim Buckley. So we were playing with Loggins and Messina at Stanford, out on the green, Beautiful. So that was my last gig. So this girl comes down, and I'm standing there with Carter C.C. Collins. Now he's a real black militant percussionist. He played with Stevie Wonder and everybody, and he played with us at Black Beret, all serious, Okay. So this hippie girl comes up. She got all this curly hair and the granny dress, and she says to Carter, "Are you Buddy Hill?" And he just, if he could have gone red, he would have gone red. And he just goes, he points at me. She goes, "Oh, sorry." She turns to me. She says, "Your girlfriend is one of our friends, and we want to invite you up and welcome you to the neighborhood and come by and visit where we work." I said, "Where do you work?" She said, "At Stanford Research Institute, SRI." I said, "Sure, okay." She said, "Just bring your passport." Okay, so we went up there, and they ran a security clearance on me. And then I hung out for a while. And they were doing the remote viewing project, the Stargate remote viewing project. They had Uri Geller and Ingo Swan, a whole bunch of people. And they were doing over 90 percentile accuracy remote viewing with confirmation on site. And they were using these people to look into Russia. Anywhere they wanted to look. And they could have me in the program because I wasn't official. But the guy who's head of the invited me just to hang out. He says, I can't put you in the program. But we were good friends. And I got to work on the internet. And the internet at that point, 1974, the internet wasn't available to the public. So then I wrote about it later. I wrote a novel called The Oracle, and it was about that psychic healing remote viewing program and how it led. The book ends with jihad. And what I was talking about is research, psychic research, that's started at the end of World War II with every culture of that, the Russians, the Germans, and the British. Americans were very late getting into it. But now it's a very active program. Remote viewing is part of every branch has their own sector. Army, not the Marine. Not that so anyway, now that is a viable, job description. Psychic spy. So I've always been of the ilk. You know what? Power to the people. So it's like, I bugged out. You guys are creeping me out here. So this creates protective energy. This creates white light. This creates good intention. And this creates good luck. And if you want to go look and visit and fly in your soul, fine. How's Max doing? Good. Okay, good. I like your shirt.
Thank you.
It's like snake. Okay.
I like your suit.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to go out Memorial Day to Kansas. I'm a big deal in Kansas. Yeah. I'm going to Lawrence. Yeah. 4 years? Yeah, that's cool. Back then, it's probably a little different now. Yeah. Now it's pretty hip, But anyway, they have the big festival. There's a big festival. So they fly me out, they treat me like a rock star. And they put me up in a cabin out in the woods. And it's like, 400 or 500 acres with lake, trees and hills, and people camping out. Families, lots of families. So they have all sorts of alternative entertainment and lots of booths and people selling things. And they've had me out there for quite a number of years to teach. And I'll do the drumming for this, the shamanic drumming, just exactly what I want to do. I can do whatever I want to do. And sometimes I'll be drumming for 2-3 hours solid on a big stage with a big sound system and hundreds of people out there with their drums just going. And, yeah. So it's great, I used to do one also in Florida, but not a good Florida thing. But this one's great. I love this one in Kansas. And then I drum around the fire. I show the young bloods how to hold a group. Because they don't have a clue. When I was 19, man, I was in the pocket. By then, I had to be in the pocket if I wanted to work. But these guys, these 19-year-olds, are just attitude. Everything's attitude. And I say, okay, let's back it off now. Let's back it off so the girls can dance. And she, no. I said, no, back it off. They don't want to back off. No. And I said, you're just a drama junkie. drummer has to maintain a groove. It's got to be steady and relaxed, even in a fast tempo. If you want the women to dance, you got to give them room in the groove. You don't play all the notes. That space is where they're going to dance. That's how they drum. They move the body. Dancing is what the music looks like. So the recordings of the live groups are sounding really good. So I'm going to release now live in seasons out. We got one. We got 2 sessions. We got 2 takes. I got like 50 minutes. It sounds really good. Got a pretty good rendition of Roadhouse Blues.
You know what fell into my lap the other day?
Careful, watch the wire.
It was that picture of your mother in the memoriam. Oh. And I was just, picturing like the Divine Mother, opening groove, and then your mother's picture fell off from inside this thing. So anyway, I just thought of you.
How sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, she is a force. I got that impression. I went, okay.
So that's when I saw the shamanic energy being discovered in the military-industrial complex mentality. But I was still viewing it from the point of view of Wilhelm Reich, because I had been gifted, cosmic gift, to read his lab reports from the time when he was doing the orgone research in Virginia for radiation antidote. This was top secret. This wasn't the public stuff. And they burned these books. I mean, they systematically burned every publication that they could get their hands on of Wilhelm Reich when they put him in prison. They eliminated him from history.
50s back.
Yeah, big time. So when I read his definitions of orgone, I said, that's what I like about music and drumming, is this flow of the life force and how it can be amplified.
Amen.
And so that became, and I was only like 20, when I read those books, big, thick blue books. And I didn't even know these had been banned. I was house sitting. And they said, just take care of everything. And they had the most metaphysical library I've ever seen. Rivals Constantinople or whatever. So they had every esoteric book in this little Cape Cod. Here's yours.
Yeah, it sounds a little.
Loose again? Okay. Well, here. Yeah, thanks. Okay, can you pull it up? I'll get it out of there. Okay.
Amplifying the flow of life.
Yeah.
Great way to describe it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. And his scientific perspective on the orgone energy, the life force, living cell energy, the blue-white light energy, and how he could accumulate it, and enhance it. It's like exactly the groove. That's the way I visioned the groove energy. So it's like all these years and vocabularies all came together to this. And it was like I look back on it. These are the blogs. Because you know what? I was meant to do this. I don't know. I tried everything else, but that's pretty much it.
Gosh, that's not a stretch.
Get your mic over there.
Oh. Get my mic on. Get your mic on, honey. Get your mic on. Cinco de Mayo. Is it Cinco de Mayo?
Tomorrow.
Oh,
Yes.
hello.
It's Quattro de Mayo today.
Cuatros, very good. Very good. Cuatro.
Want some water before we get started?
Oh, nobody has water.
You got water?
I got drinks.
Peter was
Oh, that's just water, yeah. So then, and these were coming out of that band, Bethlehem Asylum. That was my psychedelic band in Coconut Grove. And we were playing with a lot of really esoteric musicians. You know, Jaco Pastorius, you know, and Miami Beach is full of great musicians, jazz musicians, and Afro-Cuban. And so it was like, we were soaking up a lot of voodoo. Even though it was psychedelic rock and roll, there was a lot of voodoo going on everywhere. Welcome to Miami. And you can't help pick up on that stuff. Yeah, Tuesday and Saturday. We'll start early on the 17th. 2 weeks. 26th annual drumming. 27th.
Start at 2?
2 o'clock? Yeah, if not before.
Yeah. I haven't talked to Peggy about setting up out front. Well, I should get the red check. I don't think anybody will be moving in. My wife. That's what I'll ask her.
Good.
Play.
He's really good at drumming.
There's a
Yeah,
big
we
one
have
over
a
there.
standing drum. You can just visit for a bit. We're doing a workshop. You're welcome to.
Yeah.
You know, you're
We do
welcome
this.
to.
This is a healing drumming meditation
I know.
workshop. We do it every Sunday afternoon at 3. It's it's open invitation. Open invitation. I
We
mean,
have flyers.
yeah, there's a flyer up there. It's an hour and a half. It's $20. There's plenty of drums. Really nice drums.
Drums are from Ghana predominantly.
Yeah, these are great drums. We work with the master carvers in Ghana for 26 years. So, and these are like all hand carved. They're not machines at all. And they're cured. Like for a year before we get them over here. Now, you got to tilt the djembe. You got to tilt it. That's the difference between a djembe and a conga. These are our.
I've been meditating a lot.
Yeah, bulletins note. Now, the way we do these workshops is everybody's going to come in with a different experience. I went back to my old brother in prison. I said, everybody support the drum. Right in the middle of the drum. It'll be a bass drum. And, as long as we all support that, it'll be that okay. So that gets us in the R&B room. So it's like simplifying out. Real simple. So it's rhythm, rock and roll, jazz. So there's about 7 different basic patterns. 4 is the rhythm. So it's for a second line. And I'm always telling everybody, just lay it back. Don't have to push. Leave room in a groove for the women to dance. You can hit a drum too. Well, I tell a guy, you know you're doing it right when the women are dancing. Nothing else matters. There's really no other good reason to be drumming.
Yeah. We can have a dance floor.
Yeah.
Street fair.
And then we're streaming. We're streaming. So it goes to YouTube and Justin TV. Justin.tv.
This is Buddy, I'm Kathy, this is Chris and Peter.
Hi, Julie.
Julie. Andy,
Julie and
nice to
Andy,
meet
all
you
right,
guys.
nice to meet
Thanks
you.
for coming
Yeah.
by. Oh, yeah. Yeah, take a flyer, and then on Saturday, May 17th, we're having the street fair on Montana between 7th to 17th, and that's a lot of fun.
They
We'll be
set up the
drumming.
drums on the sidewalk.
We'll be
That's cool.
drumming, and
26
everybody
years
puts
tradition.
things on sale out front, so it's nice. Market.
So we've been doing it in here 26 years, drumming 3 times a week.
Oh, yeah.
When I don't tour, but this is, and it's just, real positive energy. And people really are good. I mean, the drumming, this way of drumming gets everybody into their highest potential really quickly. You don't worry about the wrong notes this way. So you get confident. And the beginners can play with the more advanced, with the concept of the downbeat, anchoring everybody. It stays coherent that way. But I was always been a drummer, and classically trained, music, symphony, all that when I was a little kid. Midwest, East Coast, and Chicago, and all that. But like 13 years old, I found myself in the Deep South. I'm good. Well, that's a really good drummer's ball. Well, it's when people are going on these drums, you get carried away.
Yeah, right.
So you develop the technique of being very quick. You don't hit these drums hard. Traditionally in Africa, yeah, because they're played outdoors, and you can hear this for miles. But small room, plus they're really resonant. Whoops, I'm sorry. Am I not paying attention? I'm deaf. Sorry about that. Dan, gone, nothing.
Julie. What's your name?
No, I'm good, thanks. So, I'll go back and pull up the thing we just did. That's like a 4-beat. And I don't even get more detailed than that. But then I'll say that's a 4-beat pattern. The other basic pattern is a 3-beat. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4,
And then we
5,
just
6,
let
7.
you go.
So this is, yeah. And so I'm the foundation drummer. So this is not like traditional African, where everybody plays a part and then the master drummer solos. No, it's just the opposite. It's like the foundation drummer holds it together, really nailing a steady, simple pattern. Then everybody messes around with it. So this is,
Rock and roll.
yeah, it's rock and roll.
Rock and roll roots. You're still holding.
So this is, yeah, because we've been dancing these grooves for generations here in America. But they go back, you relate these to Ireland and Africa, American Indian. It is a shuffle. And I love playing a shuffle. A lot of hit songs on a shuffle, man. And that was a big secret that I learned when I ended up in the Deep South when I was about 13. How to play the blues. Because up to that point, I could read anything. Classical, percussion, orchestra, medals, marching, general bugle corps, and all that. Down south, it was the blues, Afro-Cuban, country, Delta, rock and roll, and then the birth of Southern rock, late 60s with the Allman Brothers. So my band toured with the Allman Brothers. We covered the whole South back at the beginning, 69, 70, and played blues, and rock and roll, and all of it, jazz, all mixed together. So the grooves were so classic. The Statesboro Blues. So when I got out here, I did good. I played with a lot of people. And then I went to the film business, and then I came out of the film business decades later. I said, you know what? The coolest job I ever had was getting women to dance. What do you mean? I said, I was a drummer, and I got to go back to that. So we came back to this. having a hard time staying steady. They want to speed up. So I said, oh no, you got to lay it back. You got to lay things down. You got to learn how to do that. Because you're all freaked out. You know, your survival system says faster, faster. No, man. You want to be in the place that you want to be. Lay it back. Open it up. Let the room, breathe. Leave some room in it. And then the women are going to dance. A nice solid downbeat. And these are like the eternal truths. Part of the human experience is in time. The drummer is like the second oldest profession in the world. And that's how I became healing. A healing therapeutic mode, because what we're doing is generating life force. Your kundalini, your prana, chi, mojo, whatever you want to call it, that's what the drug does. When you work these grooves, it's not ego. This stuff is like, you got to be invisible as a drummer. So I'll just lock in. I'll play a simple pad and let everybody else mess with it.
Wash away, wash away, wash away stress. Wash away.
Yeah, that was really good. That sounded really nice.
Awesome.
Thanks
Thank
for playing
you
with
for
us.
playing.
Yeah. Good.
And
Anytime.
dancing.
Anytime.
Oh,
Yeah, no, that's great.
Yeah, good.
No, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, it's nice. Well, we do it, so it's like it gets better.
We try.
And then the sidewalk thing on 17th.
Come in.
Check it out.
Take a
Yeah,
flyer.
there's a flyer for the regular workshop. There's no mention of it. But that street fair thing is a lot of fun. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Andy. Yeah, carry it on. Yeah. Oh, great. Thank you.
It's so fun to enchant people. Enchant, watch them become enchanted.
Yeah.
A 93-year-old man was in earlier today with his nephew. He lives down the street here. The 93-year-old man. And he says, I've been in this neighborhood 23 years. I've never been in this store. So he sat down and he says, let me try that. And he sits down over here, and he was great. I told him, come on back. He's going to come back. I said, if you want to just do it by yourself, one-on-one, $1 a minute. I said, most people, they're good for 10 minutes. Universe, bring this to us. 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 More loving, bring this to us. More loving,
Bring this to us. More loving. Bring this to us.
more
Loving. Bring this to us. More loving. Bring this to us. More loving. Bring this More patience, bring this to us. 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 More patience, bring this to us.
Okay, here it comes. Last. So it's like, I avoided this whole idea of being a drum shaman because I didn't want to be a target. And,
Good idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Came from that generation.
People put you on a pedestal.
And then
They
shoot you
worship
down.
you or they'll shoot you
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
So, you know, it's,
I wanted to be invisible. I just wanted to do what I can do, you know, provide a tool. I got some flack today from a Facebook page, the Pear Lounge. This girl laced into me for posting on the Pear Lounge and not appearing at the Pear Lounge this year. So I'm not on the schedule. And she said I was rude and offensive and, you know, by posting these healing drumming workshops
Never
on the Pear
mind.
Lounge page.
exactly, no mind's never better.
And she went on. I mean,
Never
and she sent it to me, you know,
Girlfriend.
and not privately, right? You know, and I don't know who she is.
Peace to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peace to her.
So I just said, what do I
Peas
do
and
with this?
carrots.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So
Give you more carrot juice.
yeah,
Might have
Okay.
nutrition.
I just, you know,
Right.
clicked on it and copied it and pasted it right back into their website, into their Facebook page, without her name on it.
Yeah.
I just put quotes around it, so that everybody knows it's from me, and so maybe we'll get some responses. If nobody responds, then fine. They don't care whether I post on there or not. Either I'll do it or I won't do it. I don't know. But if I can stir it up, you know. Because I've gotten laced, you know,
Thank her
before
for
like
the
that. Somebody said
attention.
they criticized my writing and all this from one other private.
Thank you for the attention.
You know.
Well, if you do anything powerful, good that stretches people beyond their comfort zone, you're going to get that. So it's just kind of like, oh, how nice. This means I'm really being creative,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So good for you. I mean, if everybody said, "Hey,"
Exactly.
Yeah, and, you know, I mean, what does she care?
Yeah, really. I mean, she said it was like spam. She was calling it spam.
Spam, 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 spam. That's what your reply should be.
Spam,
Spam, spam, spam, spam.
Well, I thought I was thinking about all kinds of responses.
You know, the fireside, was it? No,
Yeah.
it was Monty Python.
Monty Python spam, 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 spam,
Spamagram.
spam, spam, spam.
Spam, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
thank you, man, for the spam.
Thank you, ma'am. soft and loud.
are happy. We are happy.
We are happy, soft and loud. We are happy. We are proud. We are happy, soft and loud.
So one of the new affirmations on the new affirmation CD is called Ultimate Affirmations.
It's not butter.
Allowed to be proud. Allowed to be proud. Allowed to be proud. Allowed to be proud. Allowed
To be proud.
allowed
To be proud.
allowed
To be proud.
allowed
To be proud.
Another one, life is worth living. My life is worth
living.
My life is worth
living.
My life is worth
living.
My
life is worth living.
My life is
Worth living.
My life is
Worth living.
My life
Is worth living.
So I did a lot of music on this new CD, playing guitar and keyboards and bass and a lot of
Wow.
percussion stuff. So they're like songs, you know, but they're not really songs. They're affirmations.
Yeah.
So it stays outside of that cliche
Great
thing. Lots of singing.
Yeah. I'm.
Hmm?
So this is a new one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. It's just in final mix now.
Oh, so you're not selling it.
It's not available yet.
Okay.
But what I did record the other night was these live groups, you know, did a really good recording of it in Pro Tools, and they sound so good. We finally got all the mics tweaked and the balance, you know. So
Wow.
it's really good.
Awesome.
So those are releasable. I think those are. I'm going to put out it live at Seasons CD.
Cool.
You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fun.
We are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are. Yeah, we are. And on that, I'll put Roadhouse Blues because they came out pretty good. We can't sing that on YouTube.
Yeah, oh, because it's
Yeah,
copyrighted.
copyrighted. We'll do the grooves. We did the grooves. It's kind of,
probably-
it's a mess.
No, I am so not, I mean, I'm so adaptable. I know it's one of your major rooms here. Thank you. Yeah, I don't require much.
There ain't no
It's a
sir.
little tight there.
It's great to hear you singing. I was getting your singing on the recordings a little bit. Get a little hotter on the mic. So I didn't post on Paralounge today. I think this is where they go. I think this weekend is their big deal, their event,
What's so what?
Northern Florida. So they're all busy.
That girl is,
Yeah, she's weird.
she has nothing to do with.
No, she's just one of the people in the Paralounge chat room, or what do they call it?
Join the police force or something.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Her name was Alicia Jones or something like that. I said, if AJ gets her way, you won't be dancing, but you may be marching. I wanted to post that. I think I may.
Gets her way. What's her way? What her way is.
Bossy women. What's that? Mose Allison.
Oh, wow.
Your mind is on vacation and your mouth is working overtime.
That video, a collection of Maya Deren's films,
Yeah.
it includes a little bit of the section that they used in the Divine Horseman that she filmed. She went to Haiti on Guggenheim grant or some kind of grant, and boy, was that something. I mean,
Actual footage in Haiti?
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, they used.
Oh,
like,
really? She shot some of that
She
footage?
shot it. She shot what they used. I mean,
Have you heard of this
it was,
filmmaker?
she didn't release it.
Yeah.
So I used to go down to the Coronet Theater. Yeah, no,
Uh-huh.
I've seen anything there.
Uh-huh,
And then they showed the films. This is
Uh-huh.
when I was in college.
uh-huh, 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 uh-huh.
I found it over in the collection
That's
at
great.
the Santa Monica Library.
And that shows
Yeah. Yeah, Meshes of the Life of a Cat, Secret Life of a Cat. Watch that. Watch Meshes. Yeah, but boy, that footage of the Divine Horseman, you know, they, in the little comments, they explain how it was the you know, the spirit writing the individual that gets taken. And she actually experienced being invested with a spirit. And who was it? I think it was Joseph Campbell, who said to her, she had to get rid of that spirit or it was going to drive her crazy. Because he wrote the preface to her book.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, that,
Yeah, she's
the exorcism
amazing.
process
Mine-
definitely works
mine
with
and
the
her.
drug. It worked for me. I was
Oh.
very haunted. And when we got to Bali, we were in the jungle. And this guy that had a shop like this, a young kid, he said, "You're a drummer," because I tapped on something.
This is gut the
I
most.
said, "I don't do that anymore. I was just done with the film business." I said, "No." She said, "No, you're a drummer now." I'm like, "Okay, what's that supposed to mean?" He goes, "Well, then play now." And so he got a kid from the back. We drummed out front in the jungle, clearing in front of the shop. And he put on a wooden monkey mask that his grandfather had carved, the long white mustache. And he got down and he did all this slinky dancing. And people came out of the jungle and they brought food, and it turned into this wonderful afternoon.
Really?
And it dawned on me that I was actually enjoying drumming again after all the business, and that I loved it. Because I didn't know what I was going to be doing at that point. So I found out later that was the monkey god dance, Hanuman. It was an exorcism. So I felt very good when we left. I felt elated, and the light through the banana palm leaves, just incredible sensory input. Just became so heightened that was a moment that some of the demons left me, and I realized that the drumming was something that I truly loved. So the month we were in Bali, then people brought us drums all over. And those up in the corner were like, those are just like snake skin, And so it's like, they said, take these drums back and heal your people. And I went, moi? Yeah, you'll understand. When you get home, you'll understand. And that's what happened. I mean, we had some drums, not anything like this, but people started coming in and talking and wanting to do it. They weren't sure what to do with it, but there was this instinctive pull to the drum. These were sharp people. They were articulate, successful, creatives. And it's like I had to stop and pay attention and become a student and learn from what the people were needing out of the drum. Because I couldn't teach regular technical drumming. I mean, I could, but they didn't want to learn that. The first woman that came in, Phyllis, grandmother, said, I want to drum, but I don't want to be a drummer. Because back then, drummer meant, didn't have any of the connotation it has now. So it's like, okay. I think I understand what you mean. I said, low tone in the middle and a high note out at the edge. Keep it steady, lay it back and relax it, and you're in. Because I was thinking of all the Caribbean stuff that witnessed when I was young. And she said, I want to study with you. So she came every week and we drummed out under the eucalyptus tree in the backyard. And she said, you should be recording this. Why? She said, you're telling stories while you're playing the drum. I went, really? And I did on a cassette, and I listened to myself talking and drumming. And that's when the universe went, it just like focused. It was like you just took the aperture and you just turned it. It was like everything came into perspective. And it was like, oh, I'm supposed to be doing this. So that was when I realized this is probably what I'll do the rest of my life. So the drum actually created in me that shaman quality. I mean, I was always a seeker and always a mystic and everything. But I was up against a lot of resistance too. Not mine, well, yeah, but outside. Musicians, they bagged on me bad. Yeah, the old session musicians, the guys that I used to tour with back in the 70s and stuff. They didn't want any part of it. They were actually very superstitious about it. Yeah, they didn't want to do anything with energy. Right? They just wanted to record hit songs, and get their money and forget about it. So anything having to do with conjuring or voodoo or spiritual drumming, they just shut it down immediately.
Yeah, when was that?
What?
When was
This was in 87, 1990. I said, you guys are going to be scuffling to understand what this is about someday, 5 years from now.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, that's what happened.
Was it when Art put on his stuff?
Yeah. And that's when it was happening. Because Charlie gave me the Drumming at the Edge of Magic book. And it's like, Charlie said, here, you read this because this is really where you are. Because Charlie knew me all along. When I put on a suit and tie, I was in the film business and just, gritting my teeth. He said, you're a great filmmaker. Okay, good. You ready? Did you figure out which one you want? Yeah. Charlie said, you're a freelance cat. You're a freelance right now. You're a drummer and you're going to come to terms with it. Okay, let's grab it.
sounds based on where you hit it. In the middle is deeper, and near the edge. Cool, huh?
Yeah.
I think it's a microphone. That's a microphone. That microphone controller is a microphone. Is it really? That's a microphone. And up there.
How do you do it as a microphone?
Just play music. Works.
Look at your microphone. Why is it so big?
It's got like a filter on
Talking to Mike. We've been drumming in here for the last 2 hours.
it. Nice.
Do it every Sunday.
Good way to spend the Sunday.
Yeah.
Relaxing, right?
Yeah. Try to. Well, I don't know. The box disappeared, so I can do tissue wrap.
Right. Okay, because we're going to give it as a gift. So.
Why is it so small?
Oh, you know, they make microphones so small these days.
Yeah, it's a tiny, tiny little microphone for drums.
It's too hard to speak in.
That's small.
Hello.
This button?
No, it's right here. See, it's like a little microphone. It'll be like in your car.
What's this?
I just click. Did you do that with your fingernails?
I want to go over here and study privately, and so you just call out the groove and I'll be able to play. Well, it might vibrate.
So do them in a row, Jim. Pinky first. That's good. It's cool, right?
Why are they so hard? Why do they have to make small microphones?
Why do
Why do they make small microphones?
Well, it's easy to carry around. You hook onto your shirt or something too. If you're on TV or something. I know.
How do they get that in?
Are they what?
What?
Plastic money. That's a person.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
You want to see
Where you going?
like this? Stand like a map.
What are these?
Those are postcards of Santa Monica. Here's the map. This is good. It's got all kinds of
Small
stuff.
drums. Ooh, big drums. Look up there. This one.
Yeah.
Why is drum side?
Hmm?
Why is drum sideways?
Because the ear goes in from the bottom, a few leaps in space, and then you get a rougher tone.
And why is that one straight?
Oh, I see. So the bottom air can escape out of the bottom. It's a bass drum. She likes to sing, actually. Like this. What's your favorite to sing? The songs from Frozen, right?
You have time, I would like to do privately to get my wife. Got a gig on Friday night playing with Don Lewis, who is the rep for Roland. And he's an amazing, he's gonna do jazz, classical, gospel. And we did a rehearsal on Thursday because he's my landlady's son-in-law, so I don't even really play just on with him before. But man, during that rehearsal, I saw what he was really doing, and I was like,
These are
holy
colors.
shit. This seems big, what's happening? But I'm like, anyway, it really helped me a lot.
Oh,
Okay,
we
so
can
that's
get
great,
this.
I know.
What kind of event is it?
Well, we could get it.
Marina Middleman is Randy Newman's daughter. She has a big house, and now it's round, not huge, houses, you know, they could. She's a composer, plays the violin, and only she did a level. Yeah. And so it's just him, and then me. Usually they have like an orchestra. It's gonna be, we're gonna be, I know, I'm like.
Oh,
okay.
yeah, but you'll have fun.
I know, I know, I'll have fun with it. You can't- Nothing can stop.
Doorways are cookies.
Where is that?
Wrapping it up.
It's coming.
Oh, you're right. Oh, behind. Yeah.
Sure, yeah, that'll be fun. Come
Okay,
on
cool.
by.
All right, 1 o'clock. Yeah.
Second tomorrow.